So either you've headed back to school or you're heading back to school. And as you head back to school, I want to make sure that you are well prepared for your school year. Maybe you've gotten your EEF card, maybe not. But as you get ready for your new school year, here's some supplies that you as a teacher want to make sure that you include. So let's get right into this video. My list that any good teacher needs is a planner. Whether it's a lesson planner or a regular planner, be sure to get you a planner. I happen to love planners. I'm going to confess, I get one every year. Matter of fact, and I buy about 3 or 4 because I love planners. But a planner will help you be able to plan your lessons for your class. It will also be able to help you plan your day, maybe even your weekends. But get you a good planner and use it. It will help you be successful this school year. Have a place for storage. I'm not just talking about what the school supplies, but make sure that you have a place where you can store your items. This could be your files. This can be your school supplies that you want to just put up. Either way, have somewhere where you can store your materials. You can offer something with a lock or offer something without, or you can just get something as simple as a rolling cart. But please make sure you have somewhere to keep your things. Filing system. Whether you buy something or you're just using file folders, whatever it is, make sure you get you a good filing system. If you can opt for those hanging files, make sure you get them. I like to color code everything I do, so I don't know. Maybe you could just get the basic kind, but make sure you have a way of filing that is going to work for you. Something else that I just love to get for back to school is decoration. We all like to decorate our classrooms, so make sure you get your classroom decoration and you have your things ready for back to school. I also like to purchase those chalkboards and whiteboards that are not just attached to my class, you know, just part of that. I like to have my own, so I can write my own little personal messages on them. I have one close to my desk, so it can help me stay on track with what I'm going to do for today. Having a posted schedule is great. You know, one that's listed somewhere because your district asks you to, or because there's something that you want. I like to have my own, and I like to have it somewhere where I can just look at it immediately and know what I'm supposed to be doing for the day. Because, hey, let's be real, I have ADHD at times. I can get off track. So I need something to keep me focused, and chalkboards and whiteboards are great ways to do it. Those are many kinds. You don't have to get anything really big. Just something that's going to work for you. Something that I find absolutely critical for me is to have a classroom library, but that depends on what subject you teach. But in all actuality, if you teach math, science, social studies, agriculture, whatever, you can also have a classroom library. So make sure you spend a little time and a little money investing in your own classroom library as you get ready to head back to school or as you're in school. So make sure you have you a classroom library. Something else that I like to have, I like to invest in first aid kits. You can make your own. I always create my own. And if you've been on my channel any amount of time, then you know I'm also a nurse. So I like to have a first aid kit. And so I like to keep it stocked with things like Band-Aids, Neosporin, hydrocortisone, you know, something for itching, something for bug bites. I also like to put toothpaste in there. One of the little traveling things of toothpaste, that's for stings, but we're not going to get into that because this is not a medical show. But make sure you have some things in your first aid kit, because some school districts purchase their teachers' first aid kits, and that's great. So if you want to just wait on your district, that's fine. If not, then you can create your own or purchase your own first aid kit. Clocks and timers are also a great investment for any classroom, no matter what subject you teach. Maybe you have a bell that rings to notify your students of what time it is, but I still like to have a timer in case I want to play games, whatever it is I want to do. Now, some people like to use the time on their phone. I don't really quite trust my students enough to have my phone out that much. True story. Years ago, I had my phone out. It wasn't really out. It was just somewhere on the desk. I was using it to tell time. I had a student in my room. She was at one of the tables near the vicinity of my phone. I was also in the classroom, but to my surprise, a day later, I went somewhere, took my phone out, went in my gallery, and I had all kind of pictures of her. She had taken selfies of herself with my cell phone. And I even saw myself. She had a picture of me. I was in the background. So I was in the room and she had my phone. So if you want to use your phone, that's you. But I would advise you to get your own timers and things that you can use to tell time in your classroom without using your own personal phone. That's just my pet peeve. You do what makes you feel comfortable. Schools tend to have janitors. They're great. However, sometimes the janitor can't get to your room as fast as you want. Or I know not as fast as I want. So my piece of advice is to have some clean supplies in your room. I'm not saying you're going to go do your whole room just like you would do your house. But what I am saying is have supplies in your room that you can use in case of an emergency, in case you need to wipe something up, like paper towels, little napkins, tissue, something that may come in handy on a moment's notice. I also like to have some disinfectant running around. But whatever you want, make sure you have that for your classroom. So we have talked about the things that we need for our classroom to be successful teachers. So make sure that you take heed of this list and get you some of those things. Because I did not tell you earlier, I'm going to tell you now. Be sure to like this video, give it a thumbs up, that you go ahead and subscribe so you can get more teaching tips and hacks from me. If you have any questions about anything teaching related, please be sure to leave them in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next video.